And we're here. We are. Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead.
Hey guys, what's up? It's V Man from No Budget Productions. It's me, V Man, and
Film
Frank.
Fair production from me, Admiral Fair, other known as the person who is taking shots at Vance because he started to say something and I took over.
No worries, man. I think we're both kind of a little fatigued tonight, man. You got a little bit of a nap. I need a nap. So I got my iced coffee right here. Man,
Well,
nap sounds.
the reason I had a nap tonight was because my friend Michael Day and I were talking last night about I can't remember what time it was. It was late, and he was saying, "Have you seen the to Strange New Worlds?" And I said, "Gosh, no, I'm three. Because of everything that's going on." I said, "I'm 3 episodes off," and he says, "You better start watching. If nothing, watch the last episode because you're gonna knowing you, Frank, you're gonna get kicked out because you're gonna get all the spoilers." So I said, "Oh man, don't do this to me." So knowing that today was a work day, I binged watched till about 12:30. All three Strange New Worlds, and the nap was worth it. But watching the three were fantastic. And I'm not going to put
Yeah.
any spoilers myself out because I don't know who's in the audience has seen it, and who's not. So
It was. I mean, I have to say, we'll keep it spoiler free for those who haven't seen it, and we'll be talking a little bit before we start the Red Shirt Diaries. We'll be talking a little bit about our impressions of Oracle this season and Strange New Worlds. I'd have to say, um, Strange New Worlds. It's hard to believe that this is the current generation of Trek that takes place with Discovery and Pike. I've been very vocal about my dislike for both of those series as a whole. Like there are certain episodes that I do enjoy, certain things that I enjoy from them, but I think as a whole series, I think they've kind of been a little bit. I think they've fallen flat. But this has been the first series that at least modern Trek has just delivered 100%, 10 out of 10. I think the only other one might be considered maybe Lower Decks. Um, I don't know if you really would consider that or not. Um,
well,
but I think this one, go
I
ahead.
I would. It's just like the old TOS animated series. I mean, I
Right.
think it has a lot of merit because it has a lot of good character development. That's what,
It
yeah,
does.
even in Lower Decks, and even Prodigy has some. I know you're not a fan of Prodigy, but I still like it.
See,
So
I've actually started, I've gone back now that I know how it ends and I've kind of watched that. I need to go back and watch, because I know where they end up so I can sit there and kind of ignore uh, the shit that bothered me the first go around and where I tuned out, and now I can be like, all right, force yourself, watch it, where they end up. Because again, like not knowing the first time, uh, I can kind of sit there and live in my ignorance until I see where we end up, yeah. And sometimes with those things, you have to be patient, but this is the first time where, uh, it satisfied on everything on all fronts. And I think the episodic format, it worked very well for the show. Donna, welcome to the chat. Always a pleasure to have you. Says I love the guy who plays Spock. I agree, and I'll admit I wasn't too keen on him when he showed up in Discovery, but he's really grown on me. I definitely like him more than Zachary Quinto. I'm not a big Zachary Quinto fan. I don't think he does a good job as Spock. I think he's a little bit. Um, I don't know. He really bothers me. He always seems, instead of logical, he always seems angry and upset. I
yeah,
don't think I don't think he does a good Spock. I thought when he was in Heroes and he played Siler, I thought, man, he would be a really good Spock. And then when they announced it, I thought, man, you couldn't pick a better person. And then when he got the role and played him, I thought, man, it's just missing the mark. Um, but I seem to be in the minority for that. But I love the Ethan Peck who plays the new Spock. I do like him a lot. I think he really grew into the role. And I don't think this is really spoiler for those, because its picture's been on the internet for quite a while. But we do have new James T. Kirk for
Oh yeah,
Strange
that
New
was
World.
out there. Yeah, and
And what was your impression seeing him in this episode? Without going into spoilers, what was your impression? Because some people love him, some people don't. I didn't mind. To me, I think it's kind of hard when you're walking into a role that's 50 years in the making. I didn't mind him too much. I think it's a role just like with Ethan Peck. I think it's a role that he'll grow into.
hey, Colin, you made
Hey,
it.
Colin. Oh man. See, this is what happens when we set our notification. This is what happens when we have a show that was 2 hours ago and we're about to wrap up. Bye, Colin. We'll see you tomorrow. No, welcome, Colin. He says, "Oh my God, time notification. I should record this moment for posterity." LOL. Yeah, take a selfie and send it to it. Screen cap it. There you go.
Well, not only that, when you come back and rewatch this, because we want everybody to rewatch this 4,000 times, you will have this for posterity here.
There you go. But what was your impression of Kirk being played by I forget the guy's name.
You're gonna crack up at this. I looked at him and I looked at in Pike and I said, "This is the first time I've seen somebody with better hair than James T. Kirk."
I don't like Pike's hair. I hate it. It reminds that Johnny Bravo shit bothers me.
I see it's Johnny Bravo.
Yeah. Yeah. It bothers me, man. Like the thing is, like, everything that bothered me about Kirk was not the performance. It was like his face. It looked like it looked like a rubber mask. Like it didn't look real. And I don't know if that was makeup or bad lighting. It looked like I don't know, like maybe somebody put marbles in his cheeks or something. Like what's wrong? Like, I don't know. He looked like when Jim Carrey was playing The Mask, and like his face was kind of wide or something. Like it just.
Yeah. Now that you say it, yeah, I didn't put it together. I said he looks like the Jim Carrey look. I didn't put that together last night. Yeah.
Or like when they replaced like he looked like one of the Darren Stevens, off Bewitched, like the cartoon, like when they drew Darren Stevens, and he just kind of had that like long chin and just and it, again, like, not to make fun, because it's like I don't give a shit, but like when I saw it, I'm like it's very it's very pronounced, and I'm like again I don't know, like it just I couldn't get past it, because I'm like, Jim Kirk, like nobody walk in front of that chin. Like it's just very like I just when the no, that's going into spoilers. I can't talk about it. Never mind. I can't.
But he didn't give me. I mean, he gave me, because I knew the role. He did not give me the complete Kirk ambiance, because he did not take the time to look, space his words out.
Well, see, Colin says, "I thought it was not a bad portrayal of Kirk. I suppose with Chris Pine is we're all used to a better portrayal." See, I don't like Chris Pine as Kirk. I think with Chris Pine, it's hit or miss. Like, he does a good performance in some spots as Kirk, but I know, like, I feel like Chris Pine doesn't really appreciate being Jim Kirk. I feel like there's an ego more so than William Shatner even. I don't know, like there's something about him where it's like I feel like he doesn't give a shit about playing Kirk or about being in the Star Trek universe. So I feel like he just like I don't give a shit about Chris Pine playing Kirk. So this guy, I was like, he looks like he actually cares about playing Captain Kirk.
I think Anson would have made a good Kirk.
Who?
The one who plays Pike.
No, and that's the thing, like that. The reason why I enjoy the people on the television series is more than the movies is, I mean, with the exception like Simon Pegg or John Cho or the guy who played Chekhov, or the guy who played McCoy. Like those four, I always felt like they appreciated.
Yeah.
I felt like they appreciated the roles that they were given, but with Zachary Quinto, like I don't know the guy well enough, but Chris Pine and Zoe, like I never felt like they really appreciated what they were given. In every interview that they've given, like I never felt like they were. I never got that impression, you know. Colin says a lot of people said he looked like Jim Carrey, dude. Right? Like I'm glad I'm not the only one because I felt like, man, I'm like.
That's what I was thinking, Colin. Exactly was. I didn't put it together until right now. I kept on saying he looks familiar, but yeah, he looks a lot like Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Donna says he was not a jerk. Yeah, this guy doesn't like the thing about the television actors is you can tell, like, you know, of course they don't make the amount of money that the movie stars do, but I would rather watch the television people than the movies because their heart seems to be in it more. You know,
you've got to take a look at it. It's like anything else. This is a daily job for them. So
yeah.
they go into it. When you're doing a movie, it's usually a one time unless you're in the middle of like Lord of the Rings or something like that, where you can do more character development. But when you do a movie like Beyond, and then they keep on changing themes, and they keep on changing uniforms, and they keep on changing this, that, and this in a movie to make it interesting. Where you know, if you're going to do a change, it's going to be after a season. And of course, we all know what the changes they make for uniforms and things after just a season of you know, regular television. And something will be brought out on that.
In modern Trek, yeah, we know that now. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you another show that knocked it out of the park, especially this week, and they've done it this whole season, just like Strange New Worlds, was Orville.
Yeah, we got to get into watching.
I was really on the fence when they came back, and they were a little bit more serious. I was on the fence. I was like, why is this so serious? You know, because I was so used to the first season being, you know, the waka waka waka, and then the second season kind of got a little bit more serious, and this one has been a lot more serious. But I tell you, when the jokes land, like they land pretty good, but it really tugs at your heartstrings. It's been really fucking good, especially this last episode, which really jived well with the Strange New Worlds. It was similar in theme, but it was completely different. And like I watched both those episodes over again, and I never go back to an episode, no matter how good it is. Like I may revisit it like 6 months later, but like to watch it that next day over again. And in fact, the Orville one I've watched now 3 times, and that like because Mona wanted to watch it again. I mean, if that tells you how good those episodes are, like it's been almost continuously going. So, I mean, it was really good. So Colin says, I think the problem was that Kirk is a very charismatic character. The new guy did not come across as charismatic. Well, but the flip side of the coin, he was also playing against Anson, and Anson is the star of the show. So I don't think it was the fact that this guy wasn't as charismatic. I think it was the fact that he was not put in the limelight to be charismatic. It was supposed to make Anson take charge and then fail. In that moment. So again, I think it's twofold. I think that was part of the problem, was it was not meant to make Kirk look good. I think it was meant to make Pike shine and then fail and then realize my destiny is meant to go down this path. So I don't think this was meant to make Kirk look like the hero. I think it was meant to make Pike realize I'm not meant to be the hero here, and I have to take my destiny. Which is it's a humbling theme. But if you make Kirk look like the hero, I mean, then Pike won't learn that lesson. All Pike has to say is, well, then I'll do that here. Like it's Pike has to understand that, you know, even though he's a good captain, he's not the captain for this moment. You know, right. Kirk doesn't have to be charismatic in here. You know, but But anyway, so that being said, what do you say we hit the movie here? We have the Red Shirt Diaries. I brought to you. I know we had said we were gonna watch Mom, but we weren't able to get a hold of Gary and Randy for.
Because I've been wanting. I'm changing roles and stuff like that, and I've got a lot of things on my mind, so I have not been as proactive on doing things that I normally do.
Damn that real life.
I don't know. It's called. I've heard that word someplace life before. Isn't that a cereal?
It's a very good cereal.
Okay, let's see what Colin says. Also, we now feel that the film is better. Actually, what do you? Oh, wait a minute. We can't. And who's in the? I wonder if there's anybody in the chat that. Yeah, I like that.
I actually like. I actually like those new Monster Maroons that came out. I actually like those Monster Maroons that came out in that Strange New Worlds episode. And again, like I thought, man, we're gonna make it through a whole season without having to buy another uniform. And thank God I'm walking away because I don't have to worry about buying that uniform. But God dang, that is a beautiful, and especially seeing Pike in it. Like God, man, that is a beautiful man there, Frank.
Yeah, I tell you, let me put it this way. We'll get you in that uniform because you're going to write yourself into an episode. I can see it now coming. You're going to say, "Well, I need to get that uniform."
How can I get myself into that uniform?
I want to see. I want to see if Cozy Mark makes a replica of the wrap.
I've already got. His wrap, yeah.
I like the wraps. So I'm me. I'm a very well. I have to say, and I just got that. Remember, I've been experimenting along with having this company who made my bomber jackets to come up with a monster maroon. Well, they finally sent it. It needs a little bit of work. Donna is doing some, but it actually fits really well and everything else. And we just have to change some things on it and put the proper strap on the side of it. And when Donna finishes sewing it this weekend, I'll probably take pictures in it. But I was pleased.
So Donna's going to help you with that strap on?
Yeah, it's going to help me with the strap on. Yeah, most certainly. Yes.
Good.
Yeah. You know what those are.
All right. So I just wanted to get that on tape. So good. That's going to be my new ringtone. Donna's going to help me with the strap on.
Yeah, there it is. Right. You're just wonderful here. And for those who like pancakes, we have maple syrup tonight.
I feel like we need to be sponsored, but nobody wants to watch our show except Colin. Colin is because they notified him tonight. Like, hey, Matthew Bracey, how we doing, man?
And here we have eyeball cleaner.
What was that? A thing of bleach? I don't know what that was.
Actually, it was for my glasses.
Right on, man.
All right. Lord. That being said, all right. So we continue on with our absurd. What's the other word for absurd? It's
So we'll watch about. I know we said we'd watch all of season 1 tonight, but let's watch about maybe 15-20 minutes of this because I got to be done by about 30 to go grab my numbers. Okay, so yeah, that'll give us probably about maybe 15-20 minutes of this.
All right. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right. So they're short blurbs, about 3 minutes, but it's called the Red Shirt Diaries, and we're starting off, and it's called, as you can see up on the top, for those people who read and actually comprehend. It says The Man Trapped, the Red Shirt Diaries, episode 1. Mute your mic, Mr. Wrinkle Serve, send it my way. And all righty, so mute your mic and we shall go from here.
You're required to record a log every day. Throughout a mission would be ideal, but every day is better.
Great. Thanks, Lieutenant Uhura.
Do you have any more questions?
Yeah, just one. Why do you get long sleeves?
Senior officer, you have got to stick around to get the long sleeves.
Is that a Starfleet rule or a Captain Kirk rule?
Honey, on this ship, it's so hard to tell.
Roast turkey? Dull, not bad. Plomeek broth. Why in the world would you drink a cube that tastes like plomeek broth? So, it's pretty quiet on board the ship today. Kirk, the Doctor, Sturgeon, and Green are down planet side providing an annual physical checkup for some scientists. Boring stuff. I was actually supposed to be down there as part of the security detail, but Green owed me a favor, although he has picked up kind of a nasty reputation after our last stop at Jupiter Station from that blonde yeoman. What's her name, Randall? So here I am, eating my cubes. That is Gertrude. Oh, 50 Shades of Grey and Klingon, that's my favorite historical romance. Gertrude belongs to Sulu. Sulu, the helmsman, who's evidently really into botany. Oh, look at you. Sit pretty. There we go. Good girl. Wait. Now I understand why Sulu trusted your care to a security officer. Hey, I didn't make these.
GQ3, intruder alert.
Hi, Lieutenant Uhura. Shouldn't you be...
Do you have any salt?
No.
I'm looking for some salt.
Try the mess?
Isn't that some salt?
Thanks. Guess you're not so bad after all. Do you think I should tell the captain that there's a salt monster running around on board? Nah. No. Who's a good plant who can take orders? You are. That's right. You're so good. No. Cardassian press. Andorian kick. Jupiter station drop. I know these poses look kind of strange, but today aboard our beloved flagship is the very magical day known ship-wide as physical training. Oh God! So, stardate 1533.6. We picked up a super awkward ginger kid today named Chuck or Chucky or Charlie something. Charlie Evans, which is about as exciting as it sounds for a girl who signed up to be an explorer. Well, technically to protect the people who signed up to be explorers, but back to the point I was making about PT. These exercises are kind of strange. Thwack! 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 This one is the Romulan bow. I'm a Romulan! Klingon block. Plah! Ka! Plah! The Vulcan dodge. The Xindi zigzag. And then we always end with Earthling toe touches. Ugh, can't reach. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Even worse, they make us wear these unitards, which you will never catch me in, by the way. Although sometimes I think the male crew members have it worse because they're not allowed to wear shirts at all. Captains, orders. Although I will say that Dr. McCoy's in amazing shape. That man is a silver fox if I ever saw one. Oh, and Captain Kirk is always bare-chested from the minute he enters the training facility. He watches himself in the mirrors, and sometimes he comes up really close behind you and whispers in your ear. That'll be Sam. He's the only one who gets to help the captain run PT. Swear he was a drill sergeant in another life. To be continued, sweet log. It's 1500 hours now. Captain Kirk and that kid we picked up, Charlie something. They were wrestling and Sam was just there laughing at the kid, and then the kid just made Sam disappear, just zapped him into thin air. It was awesome! No more PT, no more kapla! Damn it! One, 2, 3. Put me back, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie.
And these are your quarters.
They're so big.
See if you think that in 5 years.
What?
Nothing. If you ever need anything, I'm just right across the hallway.
Oh, that's such a relief. I was really nervous about my quarters being so close to the recreation room and sick bay.
They intentionally designed it that way.
How do you mean?
Honey, you ain't never been on a ship with Captain Kirk before. You'll find out. Space cotton.
Where did this old log come from? I thought I deleted it. Stardate 1312.4. Hi, I'm Ensign Williams, a security officer aboard the Starship Enterprise, and these are my logs. I used to be a yeoman under Captain Pike, and I met Captain Kirk today. He's really, really handsome. And Lieutenant Uhura lives right down the hall, and she is so lovely, and I'm just really ready for a 5-year mission this time around. Heck, I served under Pike. What could be worse than that? Serious logs. Today, I met Lieutenant Commander Gary Mitchell, and I like him enormously. Oh, my first ship's crush. It's so exciting. I know he's a lady killer, but he's just really kind to me, and he gives me gifts. Look, his leftover cubes. I mean, they're the rubbish kind, but it's the gesture. And Gary, I feel I can call him Gary, we're friends, also gave me this framed photo of himself so that he'll always be with me. Forever. Something crazy happened. I know people say that in space all the time, but there's just no other word for it. It's so crazy. Gary is in sick bay and something happened, and if anything ever happened to him, I don't know what I would do. Gary. Gary. I love you, Gary. He's dead. My first space love is dead. We'll always have the galactic barrier. Star Trek will go on forever. And tell him as we wander the starry sea, remember me. I love you, Gary. I don't even know what happened. Stardate 1704.2.
Ensign Williams.
Oh, Lieutenant Uhura.
Joe is dead.
Joe who?
I don't even know his last name.
It's okay.
Thanks for that space loving. I now have to report to the bridge.
Be safe, make good choices. Ensign's log supplemental. It's 1730 hours, and there's definitely something wrong. There's a virus on board the ship, and it's making everybody go cuckoo crazy. My quarters are right beside the recreation room, and I'm pretty sure there's an orgy going on in there. Ensign's log supplemental 1736. Okay, I've barricaded myself in here. I'm a security officer. That's what I do. I work security. As long as I stay here and draw no attention to myself, everything should be fine.
Oh, Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Get out!
Oh, my.
Ensign's log supplemental 1842. Oh, no, 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 no! No, leave me alone, put me down!
I think that's it for now. So that ends us on episode 4. All right. So next time we'll come back to this, and I think we'll come back to this at some future point, probably the week after next week's episode. We'll probably start on episode 5. So everybody in the chat, let us know what you guys thought of the Red Shirt Diaries. Let us know what you guys thought. So we're about halfway through season 1. So Frank, what did you think, man?
You know what I like about it is the fact that they're doing parodies on each episode.
Yeah.
You know, from that point, you know, it's refreshing. What I really like about it is the fact that, and take this right, folks, is the fact that you have a young lady doing this.
Yeah.
Instead of, you always tend to see, you know, a male, you know, doing a lot of this stuff. But I think it's funny. I really like the fact that she took the time to get it put it together. And yeah, as Donna says, it's darn cute. There's no doubt about it. It really is. I mean, it's silly. It's the way they write it and the heart in it, and you know it's for fun, and they're not being serious about it.
Yeah,
they're laughing at themselves, and they know it. So
yeah,
that's it. So
I tell you, my favorite one, and it's from their season 2. It's the Space Seed one, and I'll tell you what, find that one real quick, and let's play that one. In case we don't get to these for a while again, play that one real quick, and we'll come back to that because that is my favorite one. I love that one. That is my favorite one because it's the guy who plays Khan.
Okay, so naked time, enemy within, Mud's women, what are little girls made of? Carbonite, help fund the red shirt. Who is Trelane filing through best engineer, status girl, menagerie 1, 2, 3. Oh, they have. Oh, I can't wait to see Balance of Terror. Tomorrow is yesterday. Court martial. Can't. Oh, there it is. Okay, so
I'll mute my mic.
I'll mute it, but I need to bring everything in.
Open your heart. Open your heart to me.
Nope. My friend from the mess said that they're throwing a feast for the mysterious passenger. Apparently. Hello? These are private quarters.
Khan is my name. Your hair is so uncomplimentary.
Excuse me?
Did Khan do a thing of displeasure? I'm merely saying your hair should be soft, natural, simple.
And you should be outside, clothed, showered. Seriously, you need a shower. You smell like a latrine.
Khan does not smell. Oh, I grow fatigued.
Ugh. Well, I didn't get a chance to go to dinner, but it pays to know someone in the mess. Look, food capsules!
Ah, you changed your hair for me. Excellent.
No, I didn't.
You did not?
You know you can't just barge in here like that, right?
You are not the historical woman?
That's McGivers.
You all look the same to me.
Get out of my quarters!
Go! Stay! But do it because it is what you wish to do!
Drug made me spill my food capsules. Hey, look what my friend from the mess hall brought over. Seriously, nobody pays any attention to the waitstaff on this ship. And Dorian Ale! Seriously, buddy, this is your last warning.
What do you want of me?
It's 100% clear. Leave.
Your eyes betray you.
I'm not even looking at you.
Excellent, excellent. I plan to take this ship as my own.
That's it, I'm calling the captain.
This grows tiresome. You must now ask to call the captain.
I'm just gonna call him.
You will not stop me. This door will not open.
Do you want me to open that for you?
No. I remain fatigued.
I feel fatigued.
No, only I grow fatigued. We are going to a desolate planet with no food, no water, and most likely death. Would you care to join us?
Absolutely not.
Perhaps you misunderstood my words. I said no food and no water.
Go away.
Inform the captain that you have chosen to come with us.
Come!
Oh my god, that's my favorite one, man.
Oh yeah, so here we are. One of these days we'll get back to Serious Trek.
Yeah, no, like that was the very first one I watched, and although I enjoy all of them, that is still to date my favorite one. Khan wants to put some wiggly in her.
I want to see what the balance of terror is, and we'll do that. I'll look at that because that it would be my favorite. So I mean, maybe not, or the Enterprise incident. I'll have to see if they do that too. Those two would be interesting.
It's the thing that I love most about this. You said about parody, satire, whatnot. We still don't have much stuff like that out there these days. It's so true to Trek, and yet it's so fun, lighthearted. Exactly what episode they're referencing without even having to look at the screen title, whatnot. It's just great fun. And Ashley, the lady who plays in these, like she's big time on YouTube.
Yeah, I was looking at their channel. They seem to have her and her boyfriend or husband, whoever it is, seem to have a couple podcasts going on, and they've got a loaded channel from what I can.
Oh yeah,
I'll dig this out. So.
Oh yeah, they're always talking about like comic news and comic stuff, and yeah. So, but yeah. So on I don't think I could be this clever, despite all the fan films I've done. These are incredibly clever stuff, and I think it was between season 1 and 2 that they did a fundraiser and actually got like a bigger expanded type set for their stuff, and even looking at the how they did it, it's incredibly small for the first season, but it's something where you look at it and you're like, man, that's something I could do. And the thing is, like, watching. Because I just let the playlist run, and that's what gave me the idea to be like, hey, maybe Frank and I can watch these. But letting the playlist run, one of the ones on their playlist was their GoFundMe, because of course this was before the guidelines came out, which being parody, they don't fall under the guidelines by any means, so they can of course use Star Trek. But their GoFundMe campaign, they were talking about, they wanted to expand their sets that they had.
I'm Ashley Victoria Robinson.
Yeah.
Welcome
I
to
tried.
the celebration.
Somebody asked for their channels, and I'm trying to pull that up, and I got their.
Yeah, but the guy.
See, I don't know why I bother.
Yeah, Daniel Vance has got it up. Yeah.
Top of it. Thank you, Daniel.
But like he had said that they're. Yeah, Daniel says, "I got you covered, Frank."
I appreciate that, sir.
He had said that they had shot the entire first season for like less than $500.
Oh,
yeah. And that, looking at that, that you can see the for anyone that wants to create like regular fan film stuff, like just look at what they did with, a good writing staff, a good idea, and a camera. Everybody that thinks, oh man, we got to have all this money and all this stuff, no, they were very creative with what they had and what they took, an idea and just fucking ran with it, because these are all very creative and it looks like it fits right in that world. I'm
just curious, and not to mean to cut you off. I'm noticing these are 6-year-old episodes, so I'm wondering if the YouTube upload of 10 minutes was still in effect, or 15 was in effect at that time, or whether you could, because I know that 6 years ago, that might have been afterwards. I'm just wondering if that's why they did them so short and didn't expand on them a little bit more.
No, I my impression, and of course I could be wrong, because these were up. Yeah, I think these were up around the time I first got into fan film stuff. I think it was like it was around 2015, I think.
6 years, so what is that?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, give or take.
Yeah.
But I think it was just a matter of like they didn't really want to overstay the welcome on the episodes. I don't think it was a matter of like you could only upload a certain amount of time. I think it was just a matter of like, the episode really didn't require much more than that. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it could have been production too, because I see a lot of part ones with part twos. That's the only reason that I was wondering that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they had a restriction at that time of being an upload, or because I would think that if you're doing a part one and part two, you would just put it together if they were that short. But then again, maybe it took that long to produce each one. Because I know 6 years ago, people didn't have. Yeah, it's funny how things have changed in 6 years. So that's this would be more of a. Well, let's take a look in our minds with something we're going to be, I think, seeing next week. Or is that? Oh no! That which one I'm thinking of.
We're talking about? Are we talking about the wonderful, world-changing fan film?
Yes.
Yeah.
The wonderful world. Yes. That was a short take.
Yeah, because the world is not ready for that film.
No, it's not. It's just not ready for it. It's unique. Yes, it's definitely unique, and it has its.
It has its flair.
It has color.
Yes, it does. So
I guessed.
So that being said, I got to head out to go grab my numbers here. So we're going to have to cut this a little short. So for those of you that don't know, the film we are talking about, we're going to be debuting. We're going to be debuting 2 films this Sunday, one at noon, which will be The Light Behind Your Eyes at noon.
I did not know this.
Yes. Well, it was kind of a last minute thing for Sean.
I was gonna. Oh, okay. Yes. All right. I know exactly where
it was for his anniversary.
Yes.
It was a film that I put together for him. And then later on that night at our normal time on Sundays, we are going to be putting out the film for Carl Faulkner. His very first fan film. Yes, double feature Sunday. Yes. At 7:00. It is called
Lost on an Unknown Planet.
Yes, yes. I thought it was found on an unknown planet. Maybe it is one.
It's something about an unknown planet.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I thought that was my air conditioner. We have a storm that just started outside in the thunder boom booms. Donna, I'll probably be sleeping in the man cave for a while tonight because I'm not going back to the house in this rain. So, the Carl Faulkner.
I think it is found on an unknown planet. Yeah, I think you're right.
So, but anyway, so I'm excited to see the reactions on those.
Yes.
Without doubt.
And then next Sunday, Frank and I are going to be interviewing on Critical Not Cynical. We're going to be watching that with you guys on the show, and then interviewing Carl, who requested that we discuss. She says she is under the hot dog.
You and I keep on doing it. Yeah, I just realized that.
That needs to be our new screen caption, like both of us grabbing our breasts. Like, what? Could you imagine someone like, what are they doing? Like, I hope that's where Facebook like screen captures.
1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna make.
That was my favorite scene. I meant to bring that up. The poll.
Are you? I feel like Frank's gonna have like his own website, dirtyoldfrank.com.
Well, yeah. And the problem with it is
weirdo. So that being said, so those are that is what we're doing next Friday, which I guarantee you, it is going to be life changing.
Yes. Are we fighting this again? Are you letting?
I'm not touching nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not touching nothing of yours, Frank.
I'm touching nothing for Christmas.
I don't think that's good. That's no.
This is a filth that I need to finish, and that's.
Hey.
I saw Elvis kissing Santa Claus. Wait, no. I saw Elvis. I'll have to remember that. I forgot it. It's been a while since it.
Now you can go back to the program and there you go, my friend. There you go. So all right, guys. So that being said,
Elvis making crop circles underneath the starry moon last night. I knew it was the king because I heard it sing. I ain't nothing but a hound dog to the moon. But anyways.
Bless your heart, Frank. Man, and this is why our people turn in.
I'll have to sing Gaviscon. Do you know what Gaviscon is?
I don't.
It's a stomach not a laxative, but it's like Nexium and stuff like that. So Gaviscon, oh Gaviscon, I can hear my stomach churning. But anyways, that is the world of film.
I think that's only a world for one tonight, man. I am good.
Donna,
I am not. I am sitting here. I'm ready to go. I've been trying to get off for like 5 minutes, and he just won't let me leave.
Well, I could do her favorite song, Ceremony Man.
I'm trying to find a piece of paper so I can write "help me" on it, but there's no paper around, so I'm like,
All right. That being said, Vance really does need to get back to work, and I will let him go. So hit it, buddy.
All right. All right. With that being said, Frank, thank you for joining me tonight. It was wonderful watching Red Shirt Diaries with you, and I cannot wait for next week when we watch Found on an Unknown Planet.
Is that next week? It is next week.
That is next week, because this Sunday we get the world premiere it on our channel.
There we go. So
it's going to be wonderful. And everybody in the chat, thank you for joining us. I mean, you guys could be anywhere, but you chose to be with us tonight. We appreciate that. That being said, everybody, be genuine, be safe, and keep on geeking on, guys.
good night, all.